Hi, I'm Mark Marino, creator of the Awaken Your Wellness Now blog. Did you know that the questions that you ask yourself can dictate and determine your outlook and your personal growth? Well, today I'm going to discuss how changing the questions you ask yourself can change your life for the better. So when was the last time you thought about the questions you asked yourself? Do you ask questions that are limiting or empowering? Think about it. Did you ever stop to think about the questions that you ask yourself and how it could affect our outlook, our personal growth, and how we lead our life? You see, we ask ourselves questions all day long. And the questions that we ask determines what our mind focuses on and what our outlook is. So you see, when your mind receives a question from you, it will start searching for the answers to that question. And your mind also will focus on whatever you're thinking about most during your day. So if you're asking yourself limiting questions, your mind will start to focus on the answers to those limiting questions. So let's look at a few examples. So you wake up in the morning and say, oh, why do I have to go to work today? Or why am I in so much pain? Or why am I always so stressed? And forgive my language, but we say things to ourselves like, why am I an idiot? Or why did I lose my job? Or the next logical question is, why can't I find a job? Why did this happen to me? Why did I deserve this? So you can see where I'm going with this. So if you're asking these limiting questions, your brain will start to search for answers to these limiting questions and will perpetuate a negative cycle or bias your mindset towards the negative. So see what I mean? So let's use this for an example. If you say, why am I in so much pain? Your brain will start to search for the answers and it'll say, well, you're in so much pain because you were involved in a car accident, or you had a joint replacement surgery, or you've had chronic pain for 10 years, or why can't I lose weight? And your brain searches for answers and says, well, you can't lose weight because you're eating too much, or you're eating too late at night, or you're not exercising enough, or you have this hormone insufficiency. And so you see, your mind will answer these limiting negative questions with limiting negative responses. And it perpetuates the cycle and it will develop a negative mindset. And so this negative mindset and negative outlook will perpetuate the cycle of negative questions that you continue to ask yourself. So one of the ways that you can quickly enhance your mindset and start to see positive results in your life right away is to ask yourself empowering positive questions. And another side note is that when your mind is focusing on positive, empowering questions, it is impossible to focus on the negative at the same time. So that will decrease the amount of negative, limiting questions that you could ask yourself, and therefore decreasing the negative cycle that you're in. So one of the positive, empowering questions that you could ask yourself, especially at the end of the day, could be, what are the 3 things that I'm grateful for today? And another one is that you could wake up in the morning and say, how am I going to make today a great day? Or what am I looking forward to today? So now, as you ask your mind positive, empowering questions, just like you did with the limiting questions, your mind will start to search for answers to those questions. So if you ask a positive question like, what are the 3 things I'm grateful for, either today or this week, your mind will start to search through your day, search through your week for the things that were positive that you're grateful for. If you wake up in the morning and you say, what's going to make today a good day? Your mind will start to go through the things that you need to do to make today a good day. Maybe that's setting goals. Maybe that's planning out the actions that you're going to need to accomplish to reach those goals. And so your mind will start to focus on the positive. So now, as your mind is focusing on the positive solutions to your empowering questions, your positive outlook will now start to decrease the amount of time that you're focusing on the negative. And if practiced enough, you will start to default to asking yourself positive, empowering questions in almost all situations. So even when you have challenging, trying situations that happen to us all, you will default to asking empowering questions. Like, how do I see the positive out of this situation? How do I see the equal or greater opportunity from this challenge? We could look at the question of, why did I lose my job? It could be, what opportunity do I see now that I've been laid off from my job? This may have opened up another door, another opportunity that's equal or greater than the opportunity I had at my previous job. So even in trying and challenging situations, your mind will default to look to the greater or equal opportunity in any challenging situation. So it's this interesting loop where our mindset and outlook determine the questions that we ask ourselves. But the questions that we ask ourselves also determine what our mindset is and what our outlook is and what we continue to focus on. Peter McWilliams said, and I'm paraphrasing this, is that our focus is where we direct our attention. And what we focus on and what we concentrate on determines the direction we go. So again, if we're asking ourselves negative questions, negative, limiting, sometimes disabling questions, our mind will go to answer those questions. And our mind will focus on the negative. And that perpetuates that negative cycle, which will then lead to us asking more negative questions from ourselves. But the quickest way to break this loop is to train yourself to ask empowering, positive questions. So what I want you to do is I want you to start with, at the end of your day, do the simple question to yourself of, what am I grateful for today? Or what are the 3 things that I'm grateful for today? And then when you wake up in the morning, say, how am I going to make today a great day? So in review, I want you to remember, awareness of yourself and your mindset is always the first thing. And I want you to think about it. Are you asking yourself limiting, disabling questions? Or are you asking yourself positive, empowering questions? And remember, your mind will answer the questions you're asking it. It will search for the answers to those questions. So if you're asking negative, limiting questions, your mind will start to focus on the answers to those limiting questions. And that will perpetuate a negative cycle and continue the negative question loop. But if you're asking empowering questions, your mind will focus on the positive solutions to those empowering questions. And this will lead to positive change in your life. Because by asking those positive, empowering questions, your mind will focus on the positive. And when it's focusing on the positive, it cannot focus on the negative at the same time. And this will lead to your mind focusing on reaching the goals that you have set for yourself. Well, I hope this information helped you out. And as always, if you're seeing this video anywhere else other than my blog, go check my blog out at awakenyourwellnessnow.com/blog. Have a great day. And as always, be positive, be motivated, be focused, and be well.